Everybody, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to integrate Firebase inside of our Flutter application for an iOS device. So with that said, let's get into it and let's see how we can do this. The first step that I'd like you to do is that I'd like you to navigate to console.firebase.google.com and select the appropriate project for which you'd like to integrate the application with. Once you're at that point, you can click on this iOS button that you see right here at the main dashboard, and this is going to take you to the step where we're going to register our iOS application. The thing that we need is our bundle ID for our application. And where can we get this bundle ID? Well, to do that, I'm going to go back to my Visual Studio Code, and from here I'm going to, instead of the lib folder, actually go to the iOS folder, and from there navigate to where it says runner.exe workspace, and then I'm going to right click on it and click on reveal in Finder. Just as a side note, you do require Xcode to be installed inside of your system to have access to iOS simulators, as well as the ability to actually build Flutter applications that can run on iOS devices. And then once you have the runner.exe workspace file actually open in Finder, you can just double click on it, go ahead and open it, and then you should be presented with Xcode like this. Once you're inside of Xcode, the first thing that you'd like to do is that you'd like to click on runner at the top, and from there you're going to see the bundle identification here. For my application, it says comp.example.chatify app. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to then go back to the console for Firebase, and I'll bring this to the side here, and I'm going to paste it in. So for my bundle identifier, there's our bundle identifier, and I'm going to click on register application. Once I've registered the application, it is going to provide us with a Google service-info.plist file, which we're going to download. Once the file is downloaded and I have placed it on my desktop, I'm going to go back to the actual Xcode project, and I'm going to drag and drop this file into the runner folder. So this is the runner folder that I'm referring to inside of our iOS project, not the main runner, just the runner folder, and put it inside of there. And then it's going to ask me what I need to do with this item, and I'm going to click on copy items if needed, which is already clicked, and click on finish. With this, our Google service-info.plist file is now inside of our iOS project, and this is the information that Firebase requires to actually know which Firebase project it needs to connect to. Once this is done, the next thing that we're going to do is that we're going to click on next, and then we are going to click on next again, and next again for here, and then we're just going to click on continue to console. So with this, the Firebase part of the things is done, so I'm going to minimize my web browser. The next thing that we have to do is that we have to actually add all of the required plugins that we need, and we've already done that, so we can move ahead with the next part. The next part is that we need to actually enable analytics inside of our Firebase application, just so that we can test that our application actually connects. But before we can do that, in recent versions of Firebase, we need to update the minimum target at which our application can be deployed to. That's why we had this error when we were trying to build our application. So to do that, I'm just going to go back to our actual Xcode project, and I'm going to click on this project and then runner. And here where it says iOS deployment target, I'm going to click on the drop down and select 10.0. Keep in mind that this may change in the future, so if you have any kind of error, please refer to the specific Firebase documentation. But for now, with the current plugin versions that we have, 10.0 is the minimum iOS deployment target that you need. So with this, I am going to now close or minimize our XC workspace file. The last and final thing that we need to do is that we need to go back to our pubspec.yaml file, and here I am going to add another dependency where we have the Firebase dependencies, and that is going to be Firebase Analytics. And what the Analytics package is going to allow us to do is that it doesn't require any kind of additional configuration, but it'll provide us with a lot of valuable insight into the analytics of our application, and it'll actually allow us to actually confirm that our Firebase setup actually worked. So I'm going to do command save now, and with this, fingers crossed, I think we're ready to actually run the application. Just as a side note, do not forget to do flutter pub get if it doesn't automatically happen for you, because we do need to grab the latest packages that we've added to our pubspec.yaml file. So now that everything's done, I am just going to first select terminal here, and then I'm going to just click run and click on start debugging, since my simulator is already open. And I almost forgot, we need to be in the main.dart file, and then start debugging. And now I'm going to wait for the application to actually build, and then I'll resume the video. And if any errors occur for some reason, then I'll resume the video again and show you how you can resolve those errors as well. Hello everybody, welcome back. So as you can see, the application has loaded up successfully and it's actually working. The final step that I'd like to do is that I'd like to go to my main.dot file, and then to the top where we import the material package, I am actually going to add a comment where I'm going to say that I am importing packages here. And then from here, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to import my Flutter Analytics package. So that is going to be called Firebase _Analytics. So this one. And with this, I am going to do Command save and wait for my application to reload. So I'm going to click on this restart function, and this should hopefully restart my application. The application is actually loaded up properly, and the Firebase Analytics package has been loaded up properly, and we've integrated the Firebase plugins properly with the iOS side of things. So with that, I'm going to end this video here, and now I'm going to see you guys in the next video where we're going to take a look at the Android side of things and see how to integrate Firebase with Android applications inside of Flutter. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.